What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Amber in Scream 5, Scream 2022, whatever you want to call it. But I want to talk about her character in terms of Ghostface, in terms of is it too obvious for her to be Ghostface? This has been something that a couple different people have asked me for and have talked about Amber, so I want to thank anybody that's reached out to me on Twitter or anywhere. I really, really do appreciate it. And it's an interesting one. We obviously made the video talking about who I think Ghostface could potentially be. And Amber's on that short list. Again, my short list is Richie, Wes, Amber, and Liv. I think a lot of people think it could be Liv, which I think is probably right. And Richie is like an obvious one, but maybe he's too... Richie, I think, has a lot of the same problems that Amber has. And honestly, a big reason to that could be the relationship status. You know what I mean? When you have Richie being the boyfriend of Sam, and then you have Amber being the girlfriend of Tara, it's like, okay, well, now we start to, get a little sketchy. Now, the thing is, though, Amber does have, like I just said, Amber has a little bit of a different situation because of the person that she's not really related to, but, I guess, well, yeah, in relation to in the movie, okay? So here's where I'm going with this. I want to just kind of go through, like, the theory or why I think she easily could be Ghostface, or, the hints they gave us, and we can talk about, again, if that's maybe too obvious and maybe they don't go that way. So here's what we know. She's dating Tara. Now, what's interesting is Tara gets the phone call, right, from Ghostface in the beginning, which the trailer is loaded with fake outs and red herrings and stuff, but I mean, that opening of the trailer, I think, is legit. Obviously, they're skipping scenes, but I think Jenna Ortega's character of Tara is the first attack. I think she survives. She's in the hospital, all that stuff, right? So I think those are the things we can easily gather from the beginning. She's the opening attack, but she survives. So she gets the call, but she's also texting Amber. Now, again, I think that's what's immediately, even when we see the movie, even in like 3 or so months, it's going to be something that immediately enters our head where it's like, okay, she's texting Amber, but it's not actually Amber, right? Because the phone literally is like, this isn't, I'm not Amber, this isn't Amber, whatever it says. So it's like, okay, well, immediately, how did Ghostface get the phone? How did that work? Now, it's the 21st century, it's 2021 or 2020 from when they recorded it or filmed it. So it's like, okay, well, they, I'm sure, could come up with well, here's the deal. They'll have to come up with an idea. You know what I mean? The sheriff's department, like Judy Hicks or whatever, somebody will investigate it. And I'm sure we'll get some sort of, monologue explanation of, Ghostface hacked the number. He was using like a cloning kind of thing where he basically was able to take Amber's phone number and use it. They have to say that because otherwise Amber literally is Ghostface like immediately, and the movie doesn't exist, right? So, but then obviously you have that I guess break where it's like, okay, well, is that true? Or was it really just Amber? Like, is Ghostface really just Amber because he has the phone number, right? So, like, there's the first thing immediately that I think signals it. Second thing is, of course, the being a girlfriend, right? Why is Tara attacked? Now, again, things we do not know that we're going to figure out as the movie goes on is why, and again, they even, question that in the movie. Obviously, they have relations basically to the original killers. But what's interesting, Sam and Tara Carpenter. So, like, who are they related to? So, like, Tara was targeted. Ideally, she would have been killed. Like, from the killer's perspective, she would have been killed. But maybe they weren't able to do it, or maybe they didn't want to kill her. I guess that's a possibility. Like, it was a fake out in that way. But what relation does Tara have to Billy or Stu, or even, if you want to go further, Randy, Dewey, Gail, like any of them? Like, what does she have to do with any of them, right? That's the question. Like, what? So it really puts Tara, I think, also in the spotlight of, like, could she be Ghostface? I think she very well could. They could do a double, female thing where maybe it's Amber and Tara, but then it's like, well, and I've said this before, if you're Tara, and, it is a movie, but at the same time, there's smarter characters than, like, an average horror film. It's like, well, would you want to get sliced in the stomach, have your leg broken, like all of this stuff, like great, like badly injured? Would you want to do that to just sell it that you're not Ghostface? Now, again, like Billy and Stu stabbed each other, but really the plan was just to stab each other like once each, and it wasn't to go deep. It wasn't to cause too much, blood or, do anything. So, like, that was their plan. They were good. They were willing to hurt themselves, but not seriously hurt them. Like, Tara gets seriously injured. So, like, does that take her out of the running? I think it does. But it doesn't take Amber out of the running. You also have, again, the fact that they're girlfriend, which, as we've seen from Scream movies in the past, relationships normally don't work out where one of them dies, or at least one dies, or one of them's the killer. I mean, really, that's the only way that these things play out. And I would argue that they would stick to that for this movie. So you have all that. The final things is I believe it's two final shots in the trailer, right? I guess two shots in general in the trailer. One where Amber kind of like covers her mouth with her hands, like she's like gasping, like she can't believe what's happening. Now, again, very hard to place, I guess, what exactly she's doing, or if it's a fake out thing. Maybe they're just talking and she like is messing with people. Like you don't actually know. But the last thing, which you can very easily tell, and I've mentioned this in past videos, is she gets maybe sliced, right? You can see the image where she's holding onto her stomach, which has, the blade wound, and she's walking down the stairs of Stu's house. Now, again, as I've said in those past videos, the timing is going to be odd because, like, we know Sam's there because she takes the phone call at the doorway. We know Sydney's there and Gail. We know Sydney goes into the house. So all of those things we know. Again, positioning and placement and when it happens, like timing, we do not know. But we do know that, all of that stuff does happen. So, again, it is very difficult to, does she go in and it's her and Sam, and then they get attacked by Ghostface, and they slice Amber, and then Amber is leaving, and then Sydney comes, and they kind of catch each other at the same moment, and maybe Amber goes with Gail. Maybe actually if she is Ghostface, that would put Gail in danger, which could happen, but, maybe she goes with Gail and she's out of the picture. So, I guess, okay, there's, again, many branching ways that could go. Amber could go with Gail and then turn on her, try to attack Gail. She could kill her, or Gail could get the upper hand and kill, Amber. She could go and literally just actually be truly injured and need medical help, whatever, taking both of them out of the movie, for that final segment, and then it would be, Sydney and Sam versus one or two Ghostface, okay? So you could do that, or it could be a Billy situation where it's fake. She's sliced, but she's not actually sliced. She's doing it, again, maybe for what I said. Maybe to get close to Sydney and Gail, but again, Sydney doesn't maybe fall for it, or she just gives her over to Gail and Sydney goes in the house. So really, I think throughout the trailer, I don't think it's the exact same four. I would say if you just watch the trailer and you don't know too much about the characters or, just some of the theories we've talked about, I feel like the trailer really makes you think it could be Amber, it could be Tara, if you, I guess, buy the fact that she would get injured for it. It could be Richie, and it could be Liv. I feel like those four give off just something different in the trailer than anybody else. Even Wes, I think Wes is definitely a candidate, but I don't really think he comes off as it in the trailer, which again could be like they did it on purpose, you know what I mean? But the way they did the trailer, I just don't feel like that was really, he wasn't really a focus almost at all in the trailer, you know what I mean? So I feel like they want you to maybe start thinking it's Amber just to swap it, or maybe like a double thing where they know that you'll think it's Amber and then they'll know you'll change your mind, but it actually is Amber, like you were right the first time, but then you changed it. I mean, ultimately, it's going to be one or two of this group. Some people are going to get it right. Some people are going to get it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get it, but then we're going to change our minds, like, next month. And then we were going to be, we were right the first time. And it's like, oh, shoot, we changed our mind. It's going to be that. I mean, there's no... I love this movie. I love the franchise, I guess. I don't know if we'll love the movie, but, I cannot wait. But at the same time, like, that is just factually what's going to happen. So, I don't know. To me... Is Amber, kind of like the title suggests, right? Like, is it too obvious, right? Are they going for it too much? I feel like it, but you could honestly make that assessment with anybody. Like, you could say Richie, boyfriend, big, strong, could easily be a Ghostface. But is that too obvious? Of course it is. But Amber's too obvious. And is Liv too obvious? Well, she maybe stands out the most in the trailer. So that obviously makes it, you could just, that obvious word is going to come around a lot. So you can do that with literally any of them. It's tough. It's really, really tough. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think, Amber's Ghostface? Again, do you think that's too of an obvious thing? Let me know. There will be many more videos. For those that have made it to the end, I can just kind of tease it with you. My plan is to make at least 2 videos a week, one on the upcoming movie and one on the past movie. So we're going to do that starting this week. Friday, I have a video on Scream 1. So we're going to, I guess, kind of keep that schedule as we go. If there's ever any interviews or news or new trailers, right, I'll definitely make, more than 2 videos a week. But that's my plan for right now. So thank you for watching this one. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon, so you see when all the videos go up. And like I said, there will be many more. Friday, there'll be another one, and we'll keep going. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.